Excellent. So we have Jamie here who just accepted a job offer, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. And before we get into, a couple questions, Jamie, how he came to America, right? 'Cause sometimes I work with individuals from India and whatnot. He came from Nicaragua because of a political asylum situation that was obviously very challenging for his family. Then he found himself in Miami, not knowing anybody, right? Not knowing how to even start to get a job. And by the way, he was a CFO at a decent sized bank in Nicaragua. But Jamie, for everyone, why don't you just introduce who you are a little bit?
Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. As you mentioned previously, I am from Nicaragua. My experience basically is in the banking industry. I am a finance executive with more than 12-year progressive finance experience. My roles were in the financial planning analysis and the finance department as the CFO in Nicaragua for Citibank, and then for a regional Central America regional bank that bought the Citibank operations in Nicaragua.
It was quite a change, right? You've been on quite the journey to work together. But hey, where were you when you first started working with us, right? And we'll go into the results. And if people are wondering, I'm going to go right into the results here. Jamie was making 130. And I remember, Jamie, I don't know if you remember this, but when we started to work together, I checked my sheet. You were actually targeting 150. You said, Tim, if we can just get to 150 in a similar role, that would be amazing. And what happened is, we just got an offer in recently, relocating to North Carolina, I believe, South Carolina. As you can tell, he has kids on the background. We don't script these things. There have been many nights, Jamie, where I've had my kid in my arms. You've had your kid in the arms. Because, hey, the only time that you could link up was 9 o'clock at night because you leave a busy life, but we still made it happen to make sure you succeed. And, hey, fast forward, we just got the offer in for Bank of America. It came in at 170. Then we said we were going to negotiate it. This was on a Friday, and we asked for 30 more K. Tuesday comes around. You called me sweating bullets, right? He called me sweating saying, hey, Tim, the coronavirus is going on. You know, they might close this. They might do this. I said, hey, just be patient, man. The next day it came in. Now you got 200K. Right? 200K offer. Man.
Exactly.
Full relocation. A month, all of the benefits, right? A month vacation, full relo, all the other benefits as well. Bonus potential as well. How do you feel, man?
I mean, it feels amazing. And actually, Tim, when we first talked, my target was at least the same that I earned in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
And I remember when you told me that I could earn more than 150. I thought that it was impossible. However, when I see the journey, it's been amazing. And thank you so much for your help, for your coaching.
And we're going to get into that because I have a couple specific questions for you. Where were you before we started working together? And what I mean by that is, how long have you lived in America? How long did you kind of do this on your own until you said, hey, man, this I'm not really, what was your situation like?
I came to the US on January 2019. I began my immigration process. And then I started actively looking for a job by July or August 2019. However, I faced the reality that I didn't know how the US job market works. How is the way that I can get a job right here in the US? Yeah. So to my wife, and we agreed that I needed some guidance. I looked for it. I made some search and I found you on LinkedIn.
And And then you said what most people said. Man, Tim, you're expensive, man. Let me talk about it with my wife. We need to make sure she's on board. And hey, man,
Exactly. And,
that
and, and to be
investment.
honest, at the beginning, I wasn't sure about the investment.
Mhm.
Uh,
It's after seeing people are going to see this testimonial. And I showed you testimonials of people prior to this, right? And you saw Pam and you saw all of these people getting offers, but there's still a level of skepticism to say, is this really going to work for me? And I know one of your main challenges was this. You were super fearful of it, the communication barrier. And we were still able to build relationships at the highest of levels at one of the largest banks at Bank of America. And to tell you more about a story, we were able to build a relationship. You didn't know this person. We didn't know him. You had no idea how to use LinkedIn, how powerful it was. We actually got a hold of a guy at a very high level. And because of working together, telling you exactly what to say through this whole process, to make a long story short, a senior level exec from Bank of America flew a guy up to their location, took him to an elite networking event, paid for his vacation, paid for his hotel, and gave him 3 interviews with different managing directors. And shortly after that, he got an offer. This is the testimonial of testimonials, man, right? This does not happen. This is a wildly awesome, awesome success story. So, hey, how did we help you make this happen?
You gave me confidence. You told me that the language barrier, there was no language barrier. You
How
told
many times did I tell you that?
Hundreds of times, many times. And also, we began by making from scratch my resume, my LinkedIn profile, which was the founding to begin my search career, my search job, and also
And a lot of people think, let me just interject here for 1 second before you continue, Jamie. A lot of people think, hey, I just need a good resume and a good LinkedIn profile. What do you think about that?
I mean, those are elements, but are not the key elements to land you to your dream job. What makes you dream to land a dream job is LinkedIn content strategy, follow up is very important.
Knowing what to say when you get on these conversations with individuals that are always going to say what? Send me your resume. I don't know how to help you. And there's a side story. Remember when I introduced you to someone in my network, and do you remember when they said they couldn't help you? But I said, here's how we're going to handle this conversation. And what happened at the end of that call? Here's the decision maker. Here's this person. Oh, here's this. And they could help you. But again, if you don't know how to handle these conversations with people a very, very delicate way, you're always going to face rejection, right?
The important thing is to ask the right question at the right moment. And that's something that you emphasize in every moment. And I think that is very important. When the person tells you, I don't know, I'm not afraid that I cannot help you. And then you ask, okay, do you know someone in the X department who?
How else?
Exactly. And then
asking the same question just a different way can just wildly shift this whole process for you. So, hey, in working together, what did you find most valuable? If there was one thing that was like, Tim, out of everything we've done, right, what did you find most valuable? Like, was it the group component of seeing other senior leaders struggling with the same things you are? Was it me being available for you early in the morning or late at night? Like, what do you think was the most valuable about working together that helped you the most?
For me, the most important, I mean, everything was important. However, the most important part was to provide the right answers and make the right questions at the right moment.
Yeah.
I wasn't, the way you prepare us to the interviews is such a way that we can be confident, and through that confidence we um, transmit the right message to our interviewer. um, I mean, some advices like, for example, don't provide your previous salary range. I mean, those are the type of questions that you, for me, was very important um, to know at the moment of an interview. I mean, also your availability and learning from other professional experience, that was very important also. But for me, uh, what I really appreciate more was your advices when interviewing.
Yeah. And another thing, I don't even know how many hours we spent on interviewing. I wish it was easy as just, because I have guides, right? Like I have the guide, we link up, you forget about the guide, you go on another interview, you forgot about this, you forgot about this. So we had to continually train to make sure, right? Because when you're in front of a CFO, and not a CFO of a small company, a CFO of a big bank, man, you get one shot, and what you say is extremely important. And if you say the wrong things, I assure you, you are not going to get that opportunity. So we had to prepare a lot for that conversation. So you show up as the professional that you are, right?
Exactly.
So what advice, and then we'll just get to a couple more questions, but this is the last main one I have for you. What advice would you have someone who's watching this testimonial, right? Maybe watching a couple others, and they're maybe on the edge of working together, and they're just like, I'm not sure. Like if they were standing here right now, based on your experience and results, what would you tell that individual?
Can you repeat that again? So sorry, because I'm
No, it's
not.
okay. If I had someone here right next to me that was thinking of joining the coaching program that you were in,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, I'm not sure, what would you say to them?
I mean, everyone has fear to the unknown. However, I think that to take that step is the right decision to make. It is, in my case, it was a long journey. Never give up, and make sure that you are making the right decision by joining the course, and definitely you will see results.
Yeah.
Also, you have to be committed to that job, to that task, because if
It's a
you,
lot of work, right? It's not
yeah,
easy to get a hold of a senior level C-suite individual at a big organization, build a relationship with them, get a 70K increase, get full relocation. Even working with me, I'll be the first to tell you, if you're not committed, it will not happen. And you've seen the people in the program since you've been in the program who are highly committed and the results that they got. So by any means, I'm with you. This isn't a magic pill that you can swallow and get a 70-day increase in 30 days, right? Like there's significant work. We probably spent countless hours on interview prep and strategy and reaching out to people and you getting with me and booking those late calls. But again, you got a 70K increase. You're moving to where you really want to move, right?
exactly.
And a place that wants you, a place that you know that you're going to be valuable. And dude, I'm so excited for you, man. In closing,
I'm also.
what else would you like to say before we kind of wrap up this, your journey? Anything else that you would like to bring up for maybe individuals that may watch this later?
Yes, just to be patient. Uh, I think it is very important to be committed, as I previously mentioned. Uh, Follow up is key. Don't give up when you think that everything that when you think that you don't have results,
Mm-hmm.
because many times you reach out people, you send message, you don't receive any response,
Mm-hmm.
or uh, after 5, 10 times you reach out a person, maybe you can see a response. However, I mean,
we have a saying in the group that the hardest people to get a hold of are the best
mhm.
contacts. And in your case, that was it too. And I know sometimes people want immediate results. And I know that we hopped on before and you were like, I remember hopping on that call and you were like, Tim, I've been on a couple interviews, but I think I should be on more based on whatever. But the good thing is working together, we track everything, right? So it was very easy to dive in and say, hey, oh, well, guys, unfortunately, we lost Jaime due to an internet signal. But hey, hopefully you got the overview of his journey, right? Some of the struggles he had working together. And I look forward to seeing everyone soon, helping you on your career journey and you joining the program so that we can get you there quickly, just like we did for Jaime. Talk soon.